Right now, we continue our coverage of a deadly shooting in Watertown. What we're learning about the officers who were involved.
Plus, we are watching some new developments in the war in the Middle East this morning. The fighting continues, but badly needed humanitarian aid is now on the way.
And it is quiet for now. Things are looking quiet this morning, but we do attract some showers going into the afternoon. We'll have it for you coming up.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
Happy Thursday, everybody. I'm Leah Lynchette. We're almost there. It's almost Friday.
Hey, Josh declared it was the weekend already.
That's true. So we can leave?
So I don't have to go, yeah. Don't have to come back here tomorrow.
Let's go.
Nice try.
Yeah, I know.
How's the weather?
You're such a fun sucker. Come on.
Get back to work, slackers.
Jeez, okay. Here we go. We've got a couple of showers up to the north and also a broader area of rain down in the south. Madison kind of getting a break from that rain. We had some showers move through the area yesterday, but it missed Madison, mainly clipped Janesville down toward just near Stoughton and also Fort Atkinson to Watertown. Kind of a band over there. But right now, Doppler track is quiet. That may change a little bit later on this afternoon. We do have some clouds, but you notice we are seeing some stars out there as well. So some of these clouds kind of randomly moving over Dane County. And if you are under one of these clouds, you're a little bit milder. We're at 49. However, we have cleared out. I wouldn't doubt if we don't drop a couple of degrees here before the sun comes up this morning, but just over an hour. 45 in Cross Plains with the clearing out to the west, 46 in Roxbury, Middleton at 46. So it's going to be a little bit cooler today behind the cold front. Few afternoon showers into the evening. These are going to be very spotty. The weekend looks dry. It's going to be a little bit cooler, but all in all, it should be a pretty nice weekend with some sunshine. Today, maybe a little bit of sunshine this morning. As we get toward the noon hour, though, the clouds will start to fill on in as we climb in the upper 50s. Later today, a few of these showers kind of randomly moving in from the northwest. They're not going to last real long, maybe about 15 minutes or so. If you get under one of these showers, generally dry for most of the afternoon. Temperatures in the upper 50s and with a few of these showers popping up later today. More on the weekend forecast, and it's a big weather maker headed away next week, coming up in about 15 minutes.
All right, Kelly, thank you very much. We begin this half hour with developing news out of Watertown of a deadly officer-involved shooting.
Several police officers are on administrative duty this morning, and the DOJ is taking over the investigation. This all started with a damaged property call yesterday. When police got to the scene, the man at the center of it all had taken off. They found him. They tracked him down to the parking lot of Luther Prep School in Watertown. Police say that the man at some point turned toward them with a handgun. That is when at least one officer shot the suspect. Armand Rahman was on the scene for hours yesterday. He talked with witnesses who saw the police presence.
And when I approached, I was like wondering myself what was going on. I knew I seen the police had barricaded everything off, and the first person I walked up to was a young boy who had witnessed the police officer shooting a suspect here. And he was very upset and shooken up.
Armand also spoke with parents at Luther Prep. They told him dorms were put on lockdown, but they said that the incident did not involve any student faculty or staff at Luther Prep. We are still asking questions of the Department of Justice this morning about all of this. You can stay up to date with any developments over on channel3000.com and our News 3 Now mobile app.
New information this morning. Madison police are looking for several people who attacked a woman sitting in her car outside of La Follette High School. It happened Tuesday afternoon. The woman told police an SUV pulled up next to her. Multiple people got out, then tried to get into her car. They managed to steal her bag and then run off. We don't know if the attackers were students.
An update now on that stabbing, which left a Walmart associate hurt Monday night in Sun Prairie. Police believe the stabbing was completely random. The suspect and the victim didn't know each other at all. The victim was able to fight off the suspect, though. That suspect is identified as 22-year-old Miguel Barajas Caballos. He fled, leading officers on a chase which reached triple-digit speeds down Highway 151. The pursuit crossed into Madison, then officers put down spike strips to stop the suspect and take him into custody. He's been charged with attempted first-degree homicide.
4 teenage boys are facing charges for breaking into a house near Easttown Mall. Officers were called to the house on Dwight Drive around 5 Tuesday evening. The homeowner says he saw 4 people break into his home on home security camera. Police were able to use those images to ID the teenagers, who were later caught throwing rocks at cars nearby. All 4 were arrested for burglary.
6:04 now. We have our eye on the Capitol this morning, at the White House actually, where President Biden will address the nation in a live primetime speech tonight. News 3 Now will air that address at 7 o'clock our time. Meantime, the president says Egypt and Israel will open the border into Gaza to bring in humanitarian aid to the region. More than 3,000 people have been killed in Gaza since the start of the war between Israel and Hamas, according to Palestinian officials and the World Health Organization. They say that the situation is still spiraling out of control. The White House itself has earmarked $100 million worth of support for Gaza and the West Bank.
I was very blunt about the need to support getting humanitarian aid to Gaza. Get it to Gaza and do it quickly.
The aid comes as protests continue across the Middle East. Neighboring countries like Jordan say they blame Israel for the deadly explosion at a Gaza hospital. Israel maintains it was a misfired rocket by a Palestinian group.
Back here at home, state lawmakers want to make it easier for renters in Wisconsin. A package of bills is circulating to create protections so renters wouldn't be discriminated against, specifically because of their citizenship. The bills also provide a grant for legal services for tenants who face eviction.
So these are not messaging bills. They are not abstract. Each of the bills in here is backed up by data, and it comes from people with lived experience, people that have been evicted in the past, and the folks from legal aid and legal action and other institutions that have been advocating and fighting for them for years.
Democratic lawmakers say they're confident they can work with Republicans across the aisle to pass the package. The bill should be introduced next month.
A majority of the panel that oversees the DNR has empty seats this morning. That's because Republicans in the state Senate rejected confirmation of more than half a dozen of the governor's appointees. That includes more than half of the members of the Natural Resources Board. Also fired in votes yesterday, a new appointee to the Wisconsin Elections Commission.
Wisconsin has this great history of citizen boards and commissions overseeing state agencies, a variety of state agencies in Wisconsin government. And having these appointees rejected, I think, is going to discourage qualified people willing to volunteer their time.
Now, this isn't the first time the Senate has fired a governor appointee. One of the other officials fired yesterday was the governor's deputy chief of staff. She says this is worse than some of what they saw during Evers' first term.
There is a vigil happening tonight in downtown Beloit to honor the survivors and victims of domestic violence. The candlelight vigil will take place at the Harry C. Moore Pavilion in Beloit. The goal, to shine a light on domestic abuse and honor those who've dealt with it. There will be food and drink available at the event. It'll also feature a roll call of people families want to remember with a luminary. It's scheduled to start at 7 this evening.
Well, today marks 2 of the 3-day fundraising event to help kids and their families at American Family Children's Hospital. Radiothon is back for its 18th year, and it is going strong this morning. Today and tomorrow, it'll wrap up, so you have an opportunity to help out big time here, folks. Several local radio stations are going to be raising money for Children's Hospital patients and their families. The money is used to support families by providing gas cards and home-cooked meals.
We travel a little over an hour to get to the hospital, and gas cards come in handy, and then the parent meals are amazing because we have days where we just don't want to leave your room, and to have a meal delivered is wonderful.
If you'd like to make a pledge to help, call the number on your screen, 877-719-KIDS. That's 877-719-KIDS. You can also visit the UW Health website to donate.
During this Breast Cancer Awareness Month, health experts are reminding women to stay on top of their screenings. 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer in their lifetime. If you're due for a mammogram, the Wisconsin Well Women program wants to help. It's offering free breast cancer screenings for folks with limited income and little to no insurance. Patients won't have to pay a copayment, a deductible, or a premium. For more information, you should visit the website right there on your screen. It's dhs.wisconsin.gov/WWP.
Hilldale getting into the Halloween spirit. The shopping center is hosting its big family-friendly Halloween party coming up. It's going to be October 29th from 3 to 5. There will be pumpkin decorating, a dance party and costume contest, as well as a scavenger hunt. Shops are going to have some special offerings for the kiddos, too. And the parents, of course.
All right, it's 6:09. Coming up in sports, Badger volleyball looking to continue its hot streak and extend their record-setting start to the season.
And we're working for the weekend in the 608 this morning. I've got a rundown of what's happening, including the final Madison night market of the season. That's next.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
Dear first place, how do you get to the top? Just keep on climbing. Yours, Tacoma.
Right now, get 3.99% APR for 48 months on a new 2023 Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
Cobeson Buses, now hiring.
I'm Dina Noland. I drive for Cobeson Buses. Working with Cobeson, it's definitely been great because of the flexibility. First day of school for my son, the fact that I get to bring him there and I can just park my bus right on the side and walk in. They don't mind that. They want you to be there for your family.
I've always enjoyed working with kids. The opportunity to transport them in a bus, I enjoy doing it.
Visit Cobeson.com to apply.
Precision is very proud of our 5-star reviews. I do everything I can to go above and beyond for repairs. No, I'm not an actor. I'm a garage door tech. That's what I do here at Precision.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
When you're able to connect your finances and your gifts of giving and time and talent, it really helps fulfill my desire to be part of a greater good.
Are record energy costs putting a squeeze on your fixed or limited incomes? With inflation rising at record levels and incomes not keeping pace, you might be one of tens of thousands of Wisconsin residents who are struggling to survive in the blistering heat of summer or the bitter cold of winter. While you haven't asked for it, the Keep Wisconsin Warm Cool Fund and your local energy assistance providers are here to help. No Wisconsin resident should ever have to face the challenge of living without heat or power or face homelessness. For a hand up, apply today and call 1-800-506-5596. That's 800-506-5596. Or visit www.kwwf.org.
Dear first place, how do you get to the top? Just keep on climbing. Yours, Tacoma.
Right now, get 3.99% APR for 48 months on a new 2023 Tacoma. Toyota. Let's go places.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
6:12, we are working for the weekend in the 608 today.
Better believe it. Josh Breider's live in downtown Madison with a look at what's happening tonight. Hey, Josh.
Hey guys, good morning. Yeah, we're proclaiming the weekend starts today because it's one of the best nights here for downtown Madison. We're talking about the Madison Night Market, and this is the final one for the season happening right here tonight. We were here to kick things off earlier this year. It's crazy to think that we're already talking about the final one of the season. The corner of State and Gilman Streets is going to be the place to be this evening. The Night Market celebrates the creative culture of Madison's downtown with shopping, live music, and street performers. This event features nearly 100 vendors selling everything from baked goods to jewelry to art, and will include live music, food carts, and pop-up specials from State Street businesses. It's happening from 5 to 9 tonight. This event can attract as many as 15,000 people on average, so this is a huge opportunity for small businesses. Also happening starting today through the weekend is the Wisconsin Book Festival Fall Celebration. Don't miss the state's premier literacy event and one of the top book festivals in the nation. This event connects you with your favorite authors, encouraging conversations that spark ideas and foster understanding. The lineup this year is packed with fiction, poetry, and nonfiction, including STEM, politics, and social justice. Events take place at Central Library, Arts and Literature Laboratory, UW-Madison Discovery Building, and the Wisconsin Historical Society. And finally, the Oregon Firefighter and EMT Craft Fair is set for this Saturday at Oregon Middle School. This is happening from 9 in the morning to 3 in the afternoon. This craft fair features over 70 vendors with a variety of crafts. Local vendors will be on hand selling a wide variety of arts and crafts. The Oregon 4-H Club will also be on hand with snacks and refreshments. Entry is just $2 at the door. Remember, we are your home for what's happening in the 608. To watch our features, you can go to channel3000.com and click on the In the 608 tab. You can also click on the community calendar that is in partnership with Madison Magazine, guys. It's going to be a big night here, final one of the season. No word yet on when they're going to have their holiday night market. They usually do that around the Thanksgiving, Christmas time, so we'll let you know when that's happening. But final one of the season, so let's make it a great one.
Yeah, and as far as the stuff going on this weekend, weather looks great.
Does indeed.
Awesome opportunities to get out there and enjoy a nice fall weekend. Josh Breiter, live downtown. Thanks, buddy.
Hey, reach out to Josh using his Twitter, his Facebook, or his Instagram handle, or shoot him an email for a chance to be featured in his In the 608 segments.
So, Kelly, I was thinking if you've got some yard work to do this weekend, it should be pretty nice to clear out the yard.
Yeah, it's going to be one of those weekends. I'm sure a lot of folks, you know, trying to take care of the leaves. We've had some wind lately that's blown a lot of these leaves off the trees. Of course, we still have a lot of green trees yet, so it may take some time before we actually get all the leaves off the trees, and we're not in any hurry by any means because we still want those photos. Linda got this beautiful photo. This was yesterday morning. We had a kaleidoscope of colors because of the different cloud layers, and we're probably going to see that again this morning. We'd love to see that photo if you do happen to capture the sunrise, which is in about an hour from now. So just submit that photo. Go to First Warn at WISC-TV.com, or you can click on the or get the First Warn weather app and easily submit that photo, and we'd love to show it to our viewers. Right now, you can see some clouds on the horizon. We've had some clearing in between, and once again, a lot of these clouds are at different levels. So the sunrise is going to be beautiful this morning. 59 expected today, very close to our average. Sun comes up at 7:16. So the area of low pressure that did produce a band of some rain, it kind of missed Madison by just a little bit, by about 20-30 miles just to our south and east into parts of Rock County, then into Jefferson County and Dodge County. That was along the cold front that has passed to our east now. So we'll be a little bit cooler today, and most of the day is going to be dry, but we can't rule out a passing shower going into the afternoon and evening. And if you get under one of these showers, not going to amount to too much, maybe upwards of 1/10 of an inch, and many of us won't even see that. Otherwise, we are looking at temperatures a little bit cooler in the upper 50s, getting close to 60 for some. A few of these showers this afternoon into the evening. Dry weather for the weekend with highs in the low to mid 50s. All right, we've got the cooler air settling in for the weekend. We're under that northwest flow. All that warm weather has been just building out west. It's going to be suppressed down to our south, but eventually things are going to shift next week. Area of low pressure is going to dig way down into the desert southwest into northern Mexico. And when that happens, it grabs the moisture from the Gulf of Mexico, all that warm air coming northward, but it's going to clash with the cooler air coming in from the north. And that usually sets up a battleground. That's where we're expecting some heavier rains to develop. Probably Wednesday, Thursday, may linger into Friday. It remains to be seen whether or not we'll tap into that really cool air next weekend. We'll kind of fine-tune that as we get a little bit closer to it, but we are looking at some much wetter conditions next week. 49 in Madison, 52 in Janesville, 44 in Lone Rock, across Dane County down to 43 in Sauk City, 45 in Cross Plains. Clouds will fill in throughout the late morning hours into the afternoon. You can see some of these spotty showers. Later this afternoon into the evening hours are kind of random, and if you get under one, it won't last more than about 15 minutes. First warn forecast, those widely scattered showers today through this evening. 60 tomorrow, looks like a nice Friday. We do have another chance of some rain developing Friday night. We'll forecast that for you coming up in our next half hour, but temperatures cool off a little bit this weekend, and then comes the messy weather by the middle part of next week.
Never before has a Wisconsin volleyball team started a season 17-0. That is until this year. The Badgers did that on Sunday and moved their set win streak to 27 straight, which includes 8 straight sweeps to start Big Ten play. UW hosting Ohio State before their showdown with second-ranked Nebraska. First set, Badgers on the attack. Izzy Ashburn with the back set to Anna Smrek. And that's a Smrek smack. Anna finished with 9 kills. Then later in the set, more of the same. This time, Izzy sets up Sarah Franklin, and she brings the heat. Game high 16 kills from her. Badgers sweep the Buckeyes in straight sets. Jake Chaney called this week personal on Tuesday. You remember last year against Illinois, they came into Camp Randall and left with a 24-point win, and then the next day, Paul Christ was let go. Fast forward to this season, and it's safe to say the Badgers haven't forgotten about that loss, and they would like nothing more than to go into Memorial Stadium and take it to the Fighting Illini.
Came into our house and beat us, and that's something you definitely remember as a team and as a player. So this year, you know, really working this week to make sure we're ready to play, doing the preparation necessary to go take it to them.
Definitely one that I had circled, just a
embarrassment, I mean, in every way possible. Definitely, obviously, my worst game that I've been a part of individually.
Chimere Dike has been named a semifinalist for the Jason Witten Collegiate Man of the Year Award, which is given to a football player who leads on and off the field. And the senior wideout fits that perfectly. Dike was named a team captain this season, and he also uses his platform off the field to give back to his community with his annual youth football camp. The Wisconsin women's hockey team has lit up the ice so far this season. Through 6 games, the Badgers have scored 54 goals and are looking for that offensive firepower to continue this weekend. UW welcomes in WCHA foe Bemidji State to LeBron on Friday and Saturday. And this series has been all Badgers. They've played 100 games against each other, and Wisconsin's lost to them just 7 times. The Beavers enter this series winless, but Mark Johnson isn't really focused on that.
You know, you throw records out the window, and so the base of it is you've got to be able to outwork your opponent. And if you're consistently doing that, you give yourself a chance to win hockey games. Irrelevant if you're playing the #1 team in the country, you're playing a team in the bottom part of your division. You have to outwork them.
And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
Thanks, Zach. Coming up, another price hike to watch your favorite shows. What streaming service you might have to start paying more for?
And a look at gas prices in Dane County and across the state this morning. Stay with us. News 3 Now This Morning is back after this.
Battle the Denver Broncos Sunday at 3:25.
The price of gold is at a 7-year high. Get top cash on the spot for your gold at Diamond Select. Cash in today while the price of gold is high. Don't miss out. Get instant cash for your gold today at Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
This week's Hy-Vee hot deals are Hy-Vee canned corn or green beans, just 49 cents. Campbell's Chunky or Well Yes soup, just $1.77. And Hy-Vee Choice Reserve Top Round Roast, $2.99 a pound. Only at Hy-Vee.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Choose FlexBuy on a new 2024 Ford Edge to get 1.9% APR financing for 66 months, plus $1,000 FlexBuy cash and $1,000 low APR cash.
Get 11% off your entire kitchen upgrade at Menards. Clearview Cabinetry is flexible by design, so you can go from doors to drawers for storage that works at every stage. And the style is so easy to update, you can do it in a snap, meaning you don't have to remodel your space to make it work even better. Save over $300 on these Stroma kitchen cabinets after rebate. Clearview Cabinetry, 11% off at Menards.
Save big money at Menards.
At Lawton Cates, we're all about comebacks. Whether it's helping you recover after an accident or return to the job following an injury, we fight the odds and the insurance company for our clients every day. Your life counts. Lawton Cates.
Who's always behind the scenes helping parents and caregivers find quality-rated childcare that fits their family's needs? DCF. We're your trusted source in support of quality childcare. Learn more at qualitychildcare.wi.gov.
Introducing Hy-Vee Perks prices. Chicken leg quarters, 10-pound bag, H Perks price, 69 cents a pound. Bananas, H Perks price, 39 cents a pound. And Hy-Vee pasta, H Perks price, 88 cents. Make the switch or sign up today. It's free and easy.
At Diamond Select, our on-site goldsmith can create a beautiful one-of-a-kind piece. Whether it's repurposing an old ring or creating from a picture online, we're here to help you create jewelry of your dreams. Diamond Select, downtown Stoughton.
Welcome back. Our buddy Casey G answering the call for some fall foliage pics. Take a peek at this stunner.
This is a gorgeous picture, Kevin. Exactly what I was looking for. Thanks for snapping it. If you have a lovely fall foliage photo you want to share on the program, use the hashtag MyNews3Morning when you post on social media. So trending today, guess what? Netflix is raising prices again.
Could have guessed.
Yes, yeah. Kind of like stamps going up every few months.
Or eggs.
Eggs.
Remember the price
Egg
hike
watch.
Of 2022?
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Who can forget? So here's the latest, folks. They're getting rid of their their lowest level, and then they increase prices on their top tier level by $3. So that's up to $23 a month. So yeah, they killed the basic single stream plan. Existing members, though, are grandfathered into that and can keep it for $12 a month. People who don't care about ads can still watch for $7 a month. Since January 2022, Netflix, Disney+, Max, and Hulu have all raised prices.
Yeah, I have a YouTube TV, and I've noticed just because I wanted to have the Big Ten Network so I could watch my volleyball Badgers. So I noticed that went up quite a bit from the last time I had it, maybe a couple years ago.
What's that cost now?
It's like up to 80 something. It was around 55, I think, maybe 2 or 3 years ago.
I'm telling you. So. Go back to cable.
Right. Netflix stock went up big time yesterday. Did you see that?
Making more money, that's all that the stock market cares
Somebody
about.
is.
All right, Kelly has a lot of rain chances in the forecast. You going to detail that coming up?
Yeah, next week it looks like we could be pretty wet. We'll talk about it coming up.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Protect yourself, your family, and your community against the flu this season. And get your flu shot at Hy-Vee. Plus, earn a 20-cent fuel saver when you get your flu shot. Visit your local Hy-Vee pharmacy and protect yourself today. Some restrictions apply.
From Lincoln Center Theater that brought you The King and I and South Pacific comes a sumptuous new revival of the most perfect musical of all time, My Fair Lady. The New York Times calls it thrilling, glorious, and better than it ever was. Bartlett Shear's glowing production is enthralling. Don't miss the smashing, jubilant Lincoln Center Theater production of My Fair Lady.
At Overture Center, November 21st through 26th. Get your tickets today at overture.org.
The house before you, over 30 years old, still has its original windows. Bone
Folks, there's no need to be afraid of old windows.
Right now, buy one window and you'll get one free. Plus, no interest for 1 year.
Buy one window, get one free, and soon. Hurry. Call now.
For quality windows, siding, and doors, call 866 for Feldco.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
Our phones keep us constantly connected.
Please switch to airplane mode.
But what if they had a mode to help us actually connect? Introducing Us Mode, a mode that makes our phones less distracting, so we can focus on quality time. So the notifications we get are the ones that matter. So we're never distracted from what's most important. Visit US Cellular in-store or online to set up Us Mode for free, even if you're not a customer. US Cellular, built for us.
With Chevy Silverado and Silverado HD, you can take on the mountains, or you can move them. With the power of up to 36,000 pounds of max available towing and the confidence of an available 13.4-inch diagonal touchscreen. Whatever your mountain, there's a Silverado for you. Get 0% financing, plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2023 Silverado 1500 pickups. Plus, get $1,000 cash allowance on this Silverado. Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
Get insulin for as low as $35 at Hy-Vee Pharmacy. That's right. Manage your diabetes for less with insulin for as low as $35 per month. Visit Hy-Vee.com to learn more.
Today, a national address. President Biden will give a speech from the Oval Office after his visit to Israel, what he accomplished while he was in the war zone.
Plus, pricey flights. Dane County Regional landing at the top of a list they don't want to be on. What your local airport has to say about it.
Hey, and here's your first look outside this morning. The sun's still not quite coming up over Madison, but we do have the chance for some showers in the forecast, Kelly.
Yeah, it looks like that chance of showers will hold off until later today. We do have a mix of some clouds and some clearing across Dane County. That's why temperatures vary quite a bit. We'll see a little bit of sun this morning, but we'll track those showers later this afternoon coming up.
Good Thursday morning, everyone. Welcome to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford.
Happy almost Friday, folks. I'm Leah Lynchide. Yeah, that rain we might see later today, a harbinger of what's to come next week.
Yeah, next week's going to be quite a bit of rain. It's a big change coming our way next week, and we'll have that for you coming up in about 15 minutes. Right now, temperatures not bad for this time of October, this time of the morning. Still need the jacket, but 49, we can handle that for this time of October in Madison. 46 in Middleton. We've had some patchy clearing in some areas, so that allows that radiational cooling. That's why it's down to 45 in Cross Plains. And temperatures in the 40s this morning, but we should be warming fairly quickly. Looking at a mix of clouds and sun this morning. We still have the storm system right now. It's tracking across northern areas of the state. Nothing real organized as far as rain. Do have a little bit of rain up there toward Eau Claire, but even that is fizzling. Also a cluster down toward the central part of Illinois. Right now across Dane County, all of southern Wisconsin, we had a couple of showers try to move into Lafayette County, but those kind of fizzled over the last 15 minutes. See some of the breaks in the overcast this morning. Maybe make for a beautiful sunrise if we get some of that sun this morning. It will be a bit cooler behind a cold front today. Temperatures in the upper 50s. A few of these afternoon, evening showers, but dry and a little bit cooler this weekend. So a little bit of sun this morning. I think as we get toward the noon hour, the clouds will fill on in. As we go toward the late afternoon, 3, 4 o'clock, a few of these showers popping up. They're going to be fairly random. If you get under one, it's not going to last real long, maybe about 15 minutes. Here you can see a heavier shower there toward Platteville and Mineral Point toward about 7:30. A lot of this will start to wind down after 9 o'clock. Temperatures in the 50s this morning will probably not quite get up to 60 as the clouds fill in. We'll watch for a few of those showers. We do have another chance of showers tomorrow night, and we'll take a look at that wet weather pattern setting up next week coming up.
All right, Kelly Slifka, thank you very much. We'll check in with you in a bit. This morning in Watertown, the DOJ is taking over an investigation of a deadly officer-involved shooting near a high school. It all started when police responded to a call about property damage at an apartment Wednesday morning. When officers got there, the suspect was gone. Police later found him in a parking lot near Luther Prep School. Police say the man turned toward officers with a gun. At least one officer responded by firing at him. He died at the scene. No one else was hurt in the shooting. The officers involved were wearing body cameras at the time. They have since been put on administrative leave.
Happening today, the man who brought guns to the state capitol demanding to speak with Governor Evers will make his first court appearance. 43-year-old Joshua Plesnick is facing a misdemeanor charge for carrying a gun in a public building. Capitol Police arrested Plesnick Tuesday in relation to the events on October 4th. He was released yesterday. But prosecutors are declining to bring any additional charges against him. On October 4th, Plesnick brought a handgun inside the Capitol. Capitol Police arrested him. He then posted bail and came back, returning outside the Capitol this time with a rifle. He was then taken to the hospital.
President Biden is back home in the U.S. this morning, returning to protests in the nation's capital after his visit to Israel. He's preparing for a live address to the nation tonight on the war in the Middle East. Ian Lee reports from Tel Aviv.
President Joe Biden returned to Washington overnight after his war zone visit to Israel.
I come to Israel with a single message. You're not alone. You are not alone.
While there, the president said his priority is the release of nearly 200 hostages being held by Hamas, and he pushed to get humanitarian aid to Gaza.
If you have an opportunity to alleviate the pain, you should do it, period. And if you don't, you're going to lose credibility worldwide.
Israel's prime minister announced the country will no longer prevent aid from entering into Gaza through Egypt.
President Biden's visit here yesterday came as tensions mount over a deadly hospital explosion in Gaza, for which both sides blamed each other.
The president and U.S. officials are backing Israel's explanation that the blast, which killed hundreds, was caused by a misfired rocket launched by Palestinian militants. But the incident sparked outrage, with fresh protests in the Middle East and around the world, including in the U.S. Hundreds gathered on Capitol Hill yesterday to demand a ceasefire, with police estimating as many as 300 arrests. Federal law enforcement and intelligence agencies are now warning that fighting between Israel and Hamas has led to increased threats against Jewish and Muslim communities. Israel's aerial bombardment of Gaza continues, with troops amassed and standing by for an anticipated ground invasion. Ian Lee, CBS News, Tel Aviv.
Meanwhile, the U.S. is receiving pushback across the world for a UN vote against a resolution for humanitarian pauses in the war to deliver aid to Gaza. The U.S. ambassador says it's because the resolution didn't mention Israel's right to self-defense. The U.S. was the only member of the Security Council to vote against that resolution. Now back to Biden's address. News 3 Now will air it live in its entirety this evening. You can start watching it right here at 7 p.m. Central Time or over on channel3000.com or our News 3 Now mobile app.
The U.S. House of Representatives will vote again this morning for a new speaker. Representative Jim Jordan of Ohio failed to get enough votes for the position yesterday for the second time. Jordan actually received less support than he did on Tuesday by 2 votes. One lawmaker says she received death threats over voting against Jordan. Despite all this, the Ohio congressman says he doesn't have plans to drop out of the race.
Already proven I can get from the most conservative members of the conference to the more moderate members of the conference. So got a whole cross-section of the conference. It's important that we get the last few.
Meanwhile, Democrats and Republicans in the Senate are fuming. They're waiting for the House's decision. Here's what one senator had to say about the House Republicans' inability to elect a speaker so far.
Entertainment is not governance, and that's what they believe over there. And, you know, it's time to just do their job, and whoever it's going to be, they need to get it together so we can deliver the kind of aid that we need in Ukraine, whether in Israel or even on the border as well, too. You know, do their job, and let's just get it done.
The House can't pass any bills, remember that, including getting aid to Ukraine or Israel, until a speaker is chosen.
6:36 now. Tonight, the Dane County Board of Supervisors will be giving another $1 million to the Madison public market. This after Madison City Council gave $1.6 million in funding for the market Tuesday night. With rising costs, more money is needed to make the market a reality. We're taking a look at the timeline we can expect for the market's opening this morning. The city has until next Wednesday to accept a construction bid. We'll probably start seeing the project get underway by the end of the year. Then the city anticipates the structure should be complete by spring of 2025. The goal is to have the market open to Madisonians by that summer.
Airfare from the first quarter of this year shows Dane County Airport is the most expensive airport to fly from domestically in the country. A new report from LendingTree finds an average round-trip ticket costs $548. That is $150 more than the national average. According to airport officials, they don't get a say in the matter.
As an airport, we don't have any involvement with ticket prices. So as an institution, as an organization, we provide the facility of an airport. We provide the building, the runways, and all the infrastructure for airlines to come in and service the community.
Now, one possible reason for the expensive flights, Dane County regional airports close to bigger airports like Milwaukee Mitchell and Chicago O'Hare. They have round-trip averages that offer over $100 less than those in Madison.
Okay, 6:38 now, coming up after the break, clearing the way, making the Ice Age Trail a little bit safer. Tag along with some passionate volunteers who are making a difference.
Oh, we are quiet this morning, but we are watching the storm system that'll bring us a lot of rain next week. We'll detail how much we can expect from the storm system in the first warn forecast coming up.
The Wi-Fi. And we're live this morning on State Street ahead of the Madison Night Market and the final one of the season. We're working for the weekend in the 608. Next on News 3 Now this morning.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best mattress deals this fall. Only at Ashley's Inventory Liquidation event. Find clearance and overstock mattresses throughout the store at huge discounts while they last. And low monthly payment options. Only at Ashley.
Your family's year-round comfort is our year-round commitment at RG Heating and Air Conditioning. We install quality Trane equipment and service all brands so your home's furnace and AC will perform their best year-round. RG Heating and AC.
It's never about in the game of golf just one thing.
In Golf Galaxy, we are your team.
We have the fitting bays, we have TrackMan, we have Biomech putter fitting system. We want to fit you with the right apparel, the right footwear. We have everything that you could possibly need to improve your game.
Lately, we've all had to do more with less. At Chevy, we just want you to do more. So we continue to make affordable vehicles, like high-tech SUVs, our most capable trucks, and the most affordable EV in America. It's how Chevy helps you do more for less. Or qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $299 a month. Or get 2.9% financing on all 2024 Equinox models when you purchase.
The Madison Club. Elegance reimagined. Excellence redefined. Amazing cuisine. Iconic spaces. Join the Madison Club. Featuring premier event venues, stunning lake views, with golf and travel club privileges worldwide. New member specials available.
The Friends of the Middleton Performing Arts Center presents Through the Years with the Kenny Rogers Band, featuring Don Gatlin. Saturday, October 21st at 7:30. Tickets available online now.
At RG Heating and Air Conditioning, our promise to you is 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Guaranteed service, repairs, and replacements. Installing quality Trane equipment. RG Heating and AC. We'll always treat you like family. Guaranteed.
I wish for the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro. Sean.
Do you mean this one, the one with titanium?
No way I could trade this busted up thing for one.
Maybe stealing wishes from the birthday boy is not your best plan. Switch to Verizon and trade in any iPhone and get the new iPhone 15 Pro on them.
What?
Yep, and on an amazing network.
And I don't have to ruin any more birthday parties.
Yeah, that ship has sailed. Let's go get you that iPhone. Here we go. Come on now.
It's your last chance to trade in any iPhone for a new iPhone 15 Pro on us, only on Verizon.
Don't miss Wisconsin's best deals this fall, only at Ashley's inventory liquidation event. Everything must go. Save as much as 60% store-wide. Plus, low monthly payment options. Only at Ashley.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
.641. Volunteers are clearing the way for a new section of the Ice Age National Scenic Trail. The 4.5-day project's creating 3 new miles of footpath, and it requires a lot of hands to move all that dirt. But volunteers say it'll be worth it once it's all done. Our Kyle Pozorski catches up with some of those volunteers as they share their passion for the trail and how they want to make it safer for others.
Not safe at all. That's how Chad Duchateau describes the current route hikers need to take to go from one section of the Ice Age Trail to another. We have a road walk right now on Old Sauk Pass, so this will avoid that. More than 100 volunteers have signed up to clear the way through a section of natural beauty which has historically been passed by. It has been owned by the National Park Service for a couple of decades now, and this is actually the first trail project on this property. On Wednesday, passionate volunteers who help out multiple times per year, as well as others who are not as involved, maybe a little project here and there, came out for the last trail building project of the year. Gary Wensing of Cross Plains says helping out is a way to pay his way forward so others can enjoy the trail just as he has.
It's always a different perspective every time you're out, and different plants, or even if you do out and back hike, you see one thing going one way and you totally missed that, and you see something on the way back that you totally didn't see, and that's really fun that way. And through partnerships with the Wisconsin DNR, National Park Service, and Ice Age Trail Alliance, the project shows just how important bringing people closer to nature is. We are within a metropolitan area of 800,000 people that have, within a half an hour's drive, have access to this place. So there's a green space and place for people to recreate. And we're adding more trail to that.
Will take place through Wednesday, but group leaders say they have plenty of volunteers, so they don't need anybody's help this year. If you want to help out next year, though, you're asked to go to the Ice Age Trail website. That's iceagetrail.org to find ways you can help out next season.
We've had what I consider to be perfect hiking weather this fall. I like it to be a little cool so you're not so sweaty. Kelly, that hiking season not quite over yet.
No, I mean, it's going to be a pretty nice weekend if you are going to be headed to the Ice Age Trail or doing any kind of hiking around southern Wisconsin. And we're getting close to some of those peak colors, especially areas to the north of Dane County. Right now, we do have some clouds over Madison. That's actually kept temperatures up a little bit. Some of these clouds keeping temperatures in the upper 40s this morning. We go to our sky cam right now as we look over Madison. Here we should be getting that here shortly. We are looking at temperatures in the 40s, upper 40s at that. There we go. Take a look at the clouds breaking up a little bit. May see a little bit of that sun this morning. Temperatures expected to get up close to our average, 59. The average is 58. Sun comes up at 7:16 this morning. Once again, some sun this morning, but the clouds will fill in later on today. Temperatures near 50 this morning. Still jacket weather, but not too cold. Noon hour, we should see the upper 50s. Looking at a little bit more cloud cover as the afternoon wears on. And as we go into the late afternoon, say 4 or 5 o'clock, we'll see some widely scattered showers. These are going to be very isolated or scattered going into the afternoon hours. And if you get under one of these showers, they'll only last about 15 minutes or so. All due to this upper level low. Right now it's spinning across northern areas of the state. Most of the rain is focused over into Michigan out ahead of that cold front, but still enough instability on the backside of it that we can't rule out some of these scattered showers. It's going to be a little bit cooler on the backside of that cold front. Upper 50s today. Dry this weekend. As Matt mentioned, it should be fairly nice for hiking. Just going to need to wear that sweatshirt and that jacket. We're dressed in layers with temperatures in the low to mid 50s this weekend. Right now, 49 in Madison, 44 in Lone Rock, 52 in Janesville. It just depends if you have some clouds overhead or not, where your temperature's at. Where we've had some clearing, it's a little bit cooler in Cross Plains at 42. 45 right now in Wanakee, Sun Prairie, 46 Cottage Grove at 48. As mentioned, we've got some big changes coming our way next week. We've got some quiet weather this weekend into early next week. We're going to get some warm, moist air coming northward, and eventually that's going to bring in a lot of rain for us later next week. May linger into Saturday. Right now, though, it looks like the heaviest rains will fall from about Wednesday through Friday. Rainfall amounts 2, 3, 4 inches of rain widespread across much of the plains right through the western Great Lakes states. That'll be later next week. In the meantime, some widely scattered showers today. These will be hit or miss, mainly dry most of the afternoon, but just be aware of a couple of showers passing through quickly. 60 tomorrow, nice day before we cool down a little bit by Saturday and Sunday. Dry to start next week, but then we'll look at that chance of rain mainly late Tuesday. They'll continue Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And it remains to be seen whether or not enough cold air will come in next weekend, but we'll have to watch out for that. Temperatures next weekend might be much colder in the 40s.
Okay, we've been warned. Nice little first warn from you, Kelly. Thank you. 6:45, we are working for the weekend in the 608 this morning.
Josh Breider's downtown, looking ahead to what's happening this weekend. And we're getting started early this week. Tonight, it's going down downtown.
Hey, it sure is, guys. Good morning to you. I'm proclaiming the weekend starts today because we're talking about the Madison Night Market right here at the corner of State and Gilman Streets. It is going to be the place to be this evening. And the final one of the season. You remember we were here to kick things off earlier this year. It's hard to believe that we're already towards the end of the year already. And if you've never been to the night market before, here's a little bit of what it looks like, because this is pretty cool, guys. The night market celebrates the creative culture of Madison's downtown with shopping, live music, and street performers. The event features nearly 100 vendors selling everything from baked goods to jewelry to art, and will include live music, food carts, and pop-up specials from State Street businesses. It's happening from 5 to 9 o'clock, so plenty of time to come down here. This event can attract as many as 15,000 people, so this is a huge opportunity for small businesses. Well, it is also Halloween at the farm on Saturday. This runs from 4 to 8 p.m. at Schumacher Farm Park in Westport. There will be some spooky fun for the whole family, including interactive characters, marshmallow roasting, games and crafts, haunted hay rides, as well as concessions for sale. Tickets sold at the event are $10 for adults, $5 for kids 5 to 15, and if you're under 4, you are free. Finally, we brought you this pretty unique story out of Southwest Wisconsin yesterday. The Hazel Green Opera House is gearing up for a Halloween adventure this weekend. The Opera House is home to Fever River puppeteers who perform puppet shows seasonally. A Halloween adventure is a 45-minute family-friendly show with performances happening both this weekend and next. Tickets are $5 a person at the door, and those doors will open a half hour before each performance. Back out here live again, 5 o'clock tonight. Things will kick off for the Madison Night Market. If you'd like to learn more information, you can go to the story on channel3000.com. And of course, we're always your home for what's happening in the 608. You can click on the community calendar in partnership with our friends over at Madison Magazine as well. Looks like the weather's going to be pretty nice this weekend, guys, to get out and get those last-minute fall things in, right? You got to get out to the fall festivals and take in all of the leaves while we still have them ahead of the end of this fall season, guys.
Yeah, ahead of that rainmaker next week, too. Get outside, enjoy that last night market of the season. Josh Breider, thank you very much. 6:49 now. Coming up in the morning sprint, lawmakers in Washington still haven't picked a new Speaker of the House. What's expected to happen today?
We're back right after this.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
The fresh timer starts the minute a tomato gets picked. That's why at Pick and Save, we shorten the time from harvest to home. So no matter how you shop, you'll have more time to enjoy your fresh produce. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Elevate your savings at the Century House. Right now, buy stressless recliners, sofas, and office chairs and earn up to $1,500 credit toward the purchase of additional stressless furniture. Or receive $400 off the purchase of any stressless signature base or cross-base recliner and ottoman. Don't wait. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
Planning a remodel? Don't toss your cabinets, furniture, and appliances. Donate to Habitat Restore. Your items stay out of landfills while proceeds create housing solutions for hardworking families. Build a stronger community with Habitat Restore of Dane County.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel protected, you're free to enjoy your dreams. Bundle auto, home, and life and save up to 27%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
It's here. Beautiful is the event you've waited for. All Shaw flooring is on sale, plus special financing for up to 48 months. Refresh your home now during the Beautiful sale. H&R Carpets and Flooring, Wanakee.
This is you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care. Because the way you, and you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health, know how much you matter to this world.
Interested in an electric vehicle? Connect with the team that is leading the charge, Bergstrom Automotive. Whether it's EVs like Lyric, Lightning, Hummer, ID4, or hundreds of others, Bergstrom has the largest selection of electric vehicles in Wisconsin and a team you can trust. Buy with confidence and complete peace of mind from Wisconsin's #1 automotive retailer. Bergstrom Automotive, driven to deliver gas, hybrid, or electric.
At Pick and Save, everyone wins when it comes to savings because you get the same great prices, deals, and rewards on pickup or delivery as you do in store. So no matter how you shop, everyone saves big. Pick and Save, fresh for everyone.
Rediscover life without pain. SSM Health Orthopedics.
6:52, time for the morning sprint.
Today, the man arrested twice for bringing guns into the state capitol will be in court. This marks 43-year-old Joshua Plesnick's first court appearance. He's facing a misdemeanor charge for carrying a weapon inside a state building. He was arrested Tuesday for a second time, but isn't facing additional charges.
A man is dead this morning after an officer-involved shooting. The Wisconsin DOJ says at least one Watertown police officer shot and killed the man, who was armed and near a school. Police say the man turned toward officers with a gun when at least one officer shot him. That suspect died at the scene. Officers involved are on administrative leave.
At the White House, President Biden will be addressing the nation from the Oval Office tonight at 7. He'll be speaking about the war between Israel and Hamas. This comes just a day after he visited the Jewish state, where he was able to get Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to stop blocking aid from entering Gaza. Meanwhile, protesters arrested in the nation's capital. These scenes broke out as Biden returned from Israel. Pro-Palestinian demonstrators demanded a ceasefire after a deadly explosion at a Gazan hospital. Other protests are taking place across the country and the world.
Well, the House will vote again today for a new speaker. Jim Jordan failed to get enough votes for a second time yesterday. He actually ended up receiving 2 fewer votes than the day before. He says he has no intention of dropping out of the race.
Tonight, the Dane County Board of Supervisors will consider giving the Madison Public Market an extra $1 million in funding. The city has until next Wednesday to accept a construction bid. The project could get underway as soon as the end of the year. The structure should be done by spring 2025 and then open that summer.
Dane County Circuit Court judge will hear arguments today on whether a lawsuit against House Speaker Robin Voss's secret impeachment panel should be dismissed. A liberal watchdog group filed that suit, saying the panel violates the state's open records laws. But with 2 of the former justices of the panel having already concluded work for it already, there may no longer be any question of open meetings violations.
New information on the Sun Prairie Walmart stabbing. Police say the attack on a Walmart associate was completely random. The man facing charges is 22-year-old Miguel Barajas Ceballos. He ran from the scene and led police on a chase with speeds reaching over triple digits. His bond is set at $300,000.
A Juneau man is facing 10 charges for possessing child pornography. 62-year-old Daniel Utek will have a preliminary hearing November 16th. His bond is set at $5,000 with a number of conditions in place should he post bail. The Dodge County Sheriff's Office arrested him after receiving a tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
The U.S. is now using flights to deport people from the country. Immigration and Customs Enforcement sent its first flight of Venezuelans back to their country yesterday. The men and women wore wrist and ankle restraints on the flight. It's the Biden administration's latest attempt to deal with high numbers of asylum seekers. The first time in years, ICE is deporting people to Venezuela.
All right, 5 minutes away from 7 o'clock. Right now it is quiet across southern Wisconsin, but our storm system still up to the north. Can't rule out a few showers developing later today into the evening hours. It looks like the amounts will be pretty light. Maybe a peak or 2 of sun this morning, but as we get into the afternoon hours, the clouds will win out. Upper 50s, so a little bit cooler today. You can see some of these showers developing as we get toward the rush hour, the dinner hours, the sun goes down. Maybe a heavier shower down there toward Platteville and Mineral Point as you get to 7 and 8 o'clock. Temperatures backing off through the 50s tonight. So looking at a mix of clouds and sun this morning before the clouds win out and a few of those showers developing later today. Tomorrow looks like a nice day with sunshine and temperatures near 60. A batch of showers passing through quickly Friday evening, clearing up for the weekend with temperatures in the low to mid 50s.
Kelly, thank you very much.
You bet.
Thanks for joining us this morning, folks. Stay with us. Another news and weather update.